Hey guys, what's going on? Robert Montez here with another tip to help you win with money. Today we're going to be talking about something that most of you guys probably don't get too excited about. It's something that's not sexy, it's something that's not flashy, but it is going to make a huge difference in what your financial picture looks like. What is this magical subject we're going to be covering? It's budgeting. So with that, we're going to go into some really simple tools that you can use to set up a budget, to easily monitor it, and then to keep an eye on what's happening in your financial picture. The best news is everything I'm going to show you, you can do for free. So with that, let's get into it. So guys, you're probably wondering, how are we going to do all this and make budgeting easy, simple, and something that's that's not terrible to do? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to use a free app. That free app is called Mint. So you're going to want to go to www.mint.com. When you get here, you're going to see this page. It's going to go over some of the features and benefits. Long story short, on Mint is it is an Intuit product, which means it's built and developed by the same people who put together TurboTax and QuickBooks. It's completely free, and it's really simple and easy to use. It's got great ratings. Obviously, if it's your first time here, you're going to click sign up. For us, I'm just going to log in. So upon logging in, you're going to see it brings you right here. This is the overview page. Now, if this is your first time logging in, you're not going to really see any of these things because what you're going to need to do up front is link all your accounts to Mint. The way that that works is that when you're first logging in, it's going to prompt you to add accounts. But just in case you missed that, all you're going to need to do is click add accounts. From here, you can type in pretty much anything that has an online account. This could be your banking information. This could be your credit cards, really anything that you're trying to use. Now, if you're worried about security, they have a whole section on this where they cover the security side of it. It's a Norton approved site, so security shouldn't be an issue. It should be using the same encryption level that your online banking does. I'm not going to go into that, but if you have questions, there's a section on the fact page that will show you that. Now, once you've linked your account, your overview page is going to give you a snapshot of where you're at. I'm not going to spend tons and tons of time here, but there's a lot of really great tools that you can use to very quickly get an overview of what's happening in your finances. First thing it's going to do is show you your various accounts and how much money you have in the checking and savings accounts that you've linked to this. It's also going to show you what you owe in credit cards and loans. So if you have any credit cards, student loans, car payments, mortgages, all that is going to be bundled into this right here so you can see at a glance what you owe. Any investment accounts that you link are also going to show up in real time here. Sometimes these lag just a little bit. For the most part, they're pretty accurate. And then further on, any property that you owe is going to be, listed as well. So it's pretty self-explanatory stuff. In addition, this is going to be huge. Your your budgeting section, it's going to show you how you're doing based on the budgets that we're about to establish. Now, a tip on budgeting is you don't need to track every single dime you spend. I'm not a believer in that. No one ever does it, and it's really hard to do that. It's kind of discouraging. The best way to get a budget established and to do well with it is just to find the line items that you typically spend money on and track those. So like the top 5 to maybe 10 things. So for me, those top 5 are typically, entertainment, eating out, coffee shops. If I don't pay attention, I will just spend like $200 in a coffee shop per month if I don't pay attention to it. So what I do is I set those things as budgets so that what happens there is then I can log in and see what's going on once I'm on my computer. Or Mint also comes with a free app that you can download on your phone, which is going to give you weekly updates of how you're doing with the goals you've set. Now, just understand the app is nowhere near as good as just logging in and seeing all this stuff, on the computer, but it is good for kind of getting that weekly update of where you're at. So once everything is linked, what you're going to do is you're going to simply hover and click over this link that says budget. You'll see that that brings us to this page. From the budgeting tab, what's going to happen is if it's your first time there, Mint is going to have some preset budgets there for you. Just ignore those. You can either delete them or change them real simply just by hovering over this and hitting edit details, okay? Now, what's going to happen is you're going to need to set what your income is. What I've done is I've set my income at $3,000. I get paid 100% off of commission, so sometimes my income is higher, sometimes it's lower. I've set mine kind of at the lowest that I would ever expect to make in a month, which is $3,000. From there, I could go in here and I can add different categories. So let's say I wanted to create a budget. It was my first time doing this. What happens from here is it's going to give me just various different categories. So let's say I wanted to set up a budget for my daughter's allowance. I'd hover over to kids allowance, put that there. It says, when will this happen? I'm going to say every month, and I'm going to give her $20. Save that. What that's going to do is that's going to add to my budgeting line items, which you can see here, there's no allowance because I haven't done anything there where I've spent any money. But let's say I did, as I start to spend money, it'll start tracking what's happening in these different budgets. But as you spend money, you're probably wondering, well, what happens? Where is this pulling? Well, this information is pulling from your transactions. So as you link up your various accounts here, anytime you spend money on a card or anything that's linked to this account from your checking or savings, it's going to show the different line items of where you've spent money, how much it was, as well as the category. Now, what I would recommend is that as you're going through this, maybe once a week, take 5 to 10 minutes just to scrub what's happened over the last week. For the most part, Mint gets everything right. It's typically about 85 to 90% correct, but every now and then you'll see a few line items that are either duplicated or that are just in the completely wrong category. If you see something like that, that's okay. You're just gonna go to it. Let's say I felt like this Taco Bell one was incorrect. I can hit edit details. If it was a duplicate, I would hit this is a duplicate. And how you'd know that is because there'd be 2 items right back to back there that both said Taco Bell for the same amount. Or if it was something else, you can simply click on that and edit everything from there. Really, really easy stuff. So as you're going through this, based on where you spend money, this is gonna update and keep track on this budgeting tab that I was just showing you. Now, if you ever wanna see how everything is looking outside of the established budget you've already selected, you just click everything else, and it's gonna show where else money has been going. So that's it, guys. Doing that is going to allow you to really simply establish a budget and keep track of what's happening. If that was all you're here for, I hope this video helped. Now, if you wanted to stick around for just a few more minutes, I'm going to run you through a couple other really helpful tips and tricks by using this Mint app that I found have made things pretty simple. So let's go into that. Now, once you've established your budget, probably the next thing that I would do with my Mint app is establish my goals. The really cool thing with this is that you can go in, establish financial goals for you to accomplish. These goals can be anything from establishing an emergency fund, paying off credit cards, or even setting up for your retirement. Now, how you're going to add a goal is very similar to how we did everything on the budgets and also adding an account. Simply going to click this little button that says add a goal. From there, it's going to ask you, what do you want to add a goal for? So maybe it's saving for college, buying a car, whatever the case may be. You would just click any one of these buttons. Now, once you do that, it's going to allow you to set what the goal is. So let's say for this credit cards, I wanted to pay off all my credit cards, which, we pay ours off pretty much every week, but let's say that wasn't the case. What's really cool about this is that once I have this as a goal, it's going to allow me to link all the credit cards that are linked to my Mint account, and it's going to show me in real time, month by month, exactly what I need to do to pay this off. Furthermore, it's going to allow me to edit this goal so that if I want to pay these off quicker, I can. Let me show you how that works. From here, if I hit edit goal, let's say after everything is calculated, I see that my minimum payments are $110. But let's say that I know, man, I could easily send an extra $100 or an extra $150. Well, all I do is type in how much I could spend every month. So I say I could spend $210, which is $100 more than what I currently am required to through the minimums. What that does, it's going to adjust how long it's going to take for me to pay things off. So let's say that I felt I could send $300 per month. It's going to then show me how much I'm going to pay total in interest and what, how long it's going to take for me to pay all this debt off. So just like that, I love that. Boom, you successfully edited your payoff credit card, and it's going to show me now in real time, hey, this is when you can expect your credit cards to be paid off and how much money you're going to pay in interest. So it just makes the process really, really simple. You can do the same thing with setting up an emergency fund or even your retirement. This is really cool here too, in that you can actually go in with your retirement and say, how would you like to be when you retired? What's your contributions are planning on being, how much you think you're going to need. All these different things can be done through this, which is really nice because you can figure out exactly how much money you need to save to accomplish the goals you have. Another great thing that you'll find in this Mint app is the trends section. Now, what the trends section is going to do, it's going to allow you to over time see where your money is going. Based on the transactions tab we were talking about earlier, you can come in here and it's going to show you where the majority of your money is going, so you can identify and maybe plug up any holes that you may have in your finances. What's nice about this, you can adjust this for the last 7 days, the last 2 weeks, month, and so forth, and get an accurate picture of where your money is going. Over here on the left-hand side, you can adjust how you're seeing this graph as well. So you can look at it by category, see over time. You really have lots of different resources here. Just again, the idea with all this is it's designed to give you visibility. So with more information, you can make better decisions on how to manage your finances. Last thing you can do here, which personally I don't do, but I know I have a lot of clients who have used this and they really like it, is you can add any bills that you have to pay on a monthly basis into your Mint app and just pay them through this. So this is really designed to be one-stop shopping when it comes to your financial needs. So from here, you can add any bills that you may have that occur on a reoccurring basis, and then you can actually set them out to auto pay through this. I'm not going to really walk you through this because honestly I don't do this, but I'm imagining it's the same just by clicking add an online bill or add an offline bill and just following the systems that are there. So guys, hopefully that video was simple and easy and offered you the ability to see what you have at your fingertips. If you found value in this, I would really ask you to please hit that like button if this helped you. It does make a big difference in helping us get more exposure. And the second thing is that if you're looking for tips that are going to help you win with money, subscribe to our channel. Every single week, we post multiple videos on budgeting, investing, paying off debt, sales, and just really winning with money. Again, guys, thank you for watching. Look forward to staying in touch with you and providing you more great content. Have a great day.